Alright, howdy y'all. It's Ice Gold, yet again, with another gear setup video. So today, we're going to be going over the best PvE setup for life. So, like all the others so far, the best hat and wand are the Eon hat and wand. And both of these drop from the Eon of Atavis boss, or the final four bosses technically, of Novus. So, yep, definitely be getting these. 24 damage and 7 pierce on a life wand is crazy, and pretty solid offensive stats on the hat as well, especially with all those pips. I think that's the highest pip chance I've seen on one of these hats, so how about that? For the robes, definitely Melody. For whatever reason, this robe gives more damage than the myth one and the fire one, I think. So, that obviously makes this one a staple. Absolutely get this robe if you're playing for damage on a life. For the boots, Eon, yet again. You get these from Ren 1010 in La Ville Rose, and you start that side quest line from Lassie New Victoria. So, yeah, 37 damage. That's pretty solid. For the Athame, Inspired Eon Athame. This drops from Maxine Rockhopier, also in La Ville Rose. 21 damage. It's the best life gets at the moment, so definitely worth getting. For the Amulet, I personally use Dragoon. Although, okay, so for a lot of the classes, I'll say like any Amulet goes. But for life, if you're playing with a group and you need to hit on turn 1, with how Archmastery works, it's very helpful if you have these cards. Because they don't require school pip, so you can use them on turn 1 no matter what if you are max. And they do good damage. The animations take a while, but it's absolutely worth, and I would recommend keeping these Amulet Spiny Swords in your deck, just in case you don't get your life pip turn 1. For the ring, Inspired Eon Ring. This comes from the Dazan Duelist in the Nucleus Gallery. 20% pip chance on a ring. Pretty good, I would say. Pretty solid. Definitely get this. And also make sure you get the Pierce Jewels as well. Because the setup also gives 40 Pierce, which is pretty good if I use this on myself. For the pet, it's going to be your typical Quint damage with Mightier Thinking Cap. Do you try to get the Mightier Thinking Cap manifested though, because it is a pain in the ass to get a jewel. I personally like to use this Lively Opossum just because it gives this Blade Storm card, which is really useful because if I'm not packing the Spiny Sword, I can just run in first and use the Blade Storm and buff my team on the first turn. It's been real helpful, and yeah, just a solid pet body, good talents, and all that. For the mount, Battle Narwhal. You can get this for free. You can fish it up at the Polarian Explorers Bundle House. Would recommend. It's, I want to say, the only damage stat mount that you can get for free. Could be wrong, but 2 damage is 2 damage. You might as well get it. For the deck, I don't actually have the Void deck, but this can be any. So yeah, Triangle Socket or even Tear Socket, like the Eon deck here. It's, both work, because this 10% pip jewel, that's been there. That's been there for a long time. I just haven't ever taken it out. But yeah, like I could go without it because I'm 14% over with it. So Yep, pretty solid. Yeah, so 197 damage. I think you can actually hit 200 if you have the pay-to-win set bonus, but this is a free-to-play video, so not going to go over that. Resist is alright. Accuracy, I mean, you don't need that much accuracy on a life. You basically just need 115 or higher jewel, and everything else is good, so... Yep. 588 pit conversion. This is without void deck, so this can go higher. Same with the arch mastery. Decent enough shads. If you're running like Dasein Duelist, for example, like I have been for the last few days, trying desperately to get ending pins, you will most likely be able to use a shad in the final fight. So pretty neat. You get them at a good enough rate. 40 Pierce. This is really, really good, especially for a defensive school like Life is. And yeah, I mean, 40 Pierce is 40 Pierce. Definitely worth getting for late game PvE. And then the crit multiplier, it's pretty alright. So, I mean, it'll get you by. And then the block is alright too. So, yep, I think that is going to wrap up. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave like 50 comments for the algorithm, and I'll see you tomorrow with the death video.